How's it going? I'm Iso, and today I am pleased to announce the start of my very own Fakemon region project, Pokemon Dream. I'm still in the early stages of all of this, but I'm just so excited to show you all what I've been working on that I just could not wait to get a video out. Pokemon Dream takes place in a region inspired by the countless stories I've told or been a part of in DnD or other tabletop role-playing games, so there will be a lot of variety in the Pokemon found here. I'm also excited to show off a new variant of Pokemon found only in this region, but that will have to wait for a later episode. And I won't be at it alone. Alongside me, I have this region's Pokédex, Rotom, to help out. They'll be the ones showing all of you the wonderful Pokemon you'll find here. Now, enough beating around the bush, let's see some Pokemon. How about we meet our starters, and we'll start with the grass type. The grass starter for this region is based on a player character of mine for a campaign set in the official D&D world. Orion is a Goliath paladin who treasures the beauty of nature above most things, and he fights to protect it. He's a gentle soul, but isn't afraid to fight for what he believes in. And over the span of the still ongoing campaign, Orion has fought and faced many threats towards the balance of nature, all with some friends that he's made by his side, keeping him focused on the goal ahead. With that background on this design, let's talk about this Pokemon. In the story, Orion is often accompanied by a goat, and I thought it only fitting to make this Pokemon one as well. So, if Orion needed a partner Pokemon to join him at his side, it'd be there ready and waiting. The important part was making this Pokemon feel so ready for adventure that he had his head held high. Not to toot my own horn, but I'm quite confident I managed to pull that off. The design is quite simple, just a grass goat with a shine in his eyes, so let's clear the way for Cadet. A grass-type Pokemon from Kid and Cadet. Known for their heroics, Cadet will fight any perceived evildoer, dulling their horns in the battle. Cadet has the abilities Overgrow and Reckless. Cadet may not seem like a paladin just yet, but give it time and you'll see this hard-headed goat open up more and more to their role. Alright, let's move on to the next in line, our Fire-type starter. This one is once again based on a player character of mine, but from a homebrew setting. This one is not as kind-hearted as Orion. Umba is a kobold cleric who, predating the events of the campaign, attempted to use the power of a god and lost his brother in the process. Ever since, he's been devoting himself to that very same god, in hopes of achieving the power that he sought in the first place. Umba is deceitful, manipulative, and cunning, and I don't really have anything nice to say about him, but let's take a look at that Pokemon, shall we? This Pokemon came very simply to me. I wanted it to feel like a shy kid just playing with his hands as he sits, and while it may not look it right now, this Pokemon has an eye for the valuable. And with any luck, may just find the right things to make its dreams come true. Careful not to startle. Skinks! A fire-type Pokemon from Skink and Jinx. These shy Pokemon love to hide away. That is, until they're presented with food or trinkets. Skinks has the ability Blaze and Magician, so keep an eye on your things, as this little guy cannot seem to keep his hands where they belong. And lastly for our starter Pokemon, let's visit our water type. This one isn't actually based on a player character for a D&D campaign, and instead is based on a player character from a different tabletop RPG. Set in the world of the web novel Worm, Elytra is a vigilante with the power to swap their position with anyone, as well as swapping their looks. Elytra takes on all kinds of jobs for money, both good and bad, as the events that led her to getting her power have stopped her from living a normal life. This Pokemon longs to be a hero, and I knew it needed to have its eyes shut to give this feeling of reckless ignorance. Its face has a marking that resembles that of a mask, perfect for hiding its identity amongst the crowd of its family. Something I realized after designing this guy is the colors ended up a little too similar to Invincible and Omni-Man, but, I mean, hey, that just makes things a bit more fitting. It's a bird, it's a plane. Think smaller. It's Scuffwa. A water-type Pokemon from Scuffle and Aqua. These trusting Pokemon will follow anyone into danger right by their side. Scuffwa has the abilities Torrent and Intimidate. Wrongdoers beware, for Scuffler has you in its sights and it won't stop for a second to stop you. Unless you have some food. What are you thinking so far? And who would you pick for your journey across Pokemon Dream? Make your choice and we'll see you in a later video if you'll stick with them. But don't go just yet. We still got a couple more designs to show, so let's take a look at these early route Pokemon. For this design, I decided to keep it simple. It's not based on any specific character, just one of the first encounters I have ever had while playing D&D. A cockatrice. Now if you're not familiar, the cockatrice is a chicken-reptile hybrid that has the abilities to petrify whatever it attacks, turning the foe into stone. Now ours can't do all of that, but it's our limitations that make us all the cuter. Or something along those lines. This little guy will be our regional bird, so it's pretty much just a chicken, but with some reptilian aspects really tie in that cockatrice. I knew I wanted it to long for the impossible, so it likes to balance on its tail, dreaming of the day it might fly. Will it ever? You'll just have to wait and find out. But for now, let's soften that hardened heart with Baka! The normal type Pokemon, based on the sounds a chicken makes. Baka never give up once they make a goal, even in a losing battle. Baka has the abilities Unnerve, Static, and Moxie, a regional bird that can't fly, yet he still found his way into my heart. He may lack the ability to petrify its foes, but he can still leave them just a little stunned with a lucky scratch. Okay, we're almost done now. Let's meet our final Pokemon for the video. Now this Pokemon isn't based on one of my own player characters, it's instead based on a character from a campaign I ran instead. The lovable rascal Simon was a simple soul who enjoyed Pokemon, running, and a good battle. So, when figuring out what to do with him, it was clear it had to be something fast and durable that would cause trouble wherever his little legs took him. So, what better than a cactus? And I know cacti aren't necessarily known for their running capabilities, but there are some that can jump. So let's just stretch our imaginations a bit and picture one that can run instead. Do you see it? Does it terrify you? It does to me. Just imagine this little guy just charging towards you. Ugh. I wanted it to feel reckless, and watching where it was going just was not doing that. So let's exemplify its childishness while making it blind with a big cactus bowl cut. Now as it runs without a care in the world, it won't even realize that the thing it hit was some poor unsuspecting Baka. Keep an eye out for Pactus, the grass-type Pokemon from Powder and Cactus. Pactus, following signs of movement, sometimes collide with passerby, mistaking them for another Pactus. Pactus has the ability Iron Barbs. Ankle biters beware, there's a new threat in town. And that's all the time we have for you today. I hope you loved all of these little guys, and just let me know who you'd use while traveling in Pokemon Dream, and what you'd like to see next. I'm sorry it's been so long since the last video. I've been so swamped with things I needed to get done, but I'm excited to get things moving now, so I hope you enjoyed what I had to show, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye!